Cruisecast is a Triple T production. Grab a coffee and a comfy chair. It's time to unpack the cruise world with the taste, try, travel team of Beth and Chris.
Hello and happy Sunday.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chris.
And I'm Beth.
Go ahead. Now you can say it's the cruise.
It's the Cruisecast.
It's Taste Chart Travels. MSC Cruisecast.
That's right. Happy to be back with you guys this week. First, football's back. Happy football watching, Chris.
You went in a direction I did not expect.
I like doing that.
Did not expect you to bring up football. Football never comes up in our house normally, so.
But this is your happy time.
It is, because I go 4 months without football,
Dry
3 months without football or basketball, and I kind of grew up not watching baseball.
Yeah,
but I'll still turn it on during the summer because there's nothing else on for sports people like me.
Yep.
I'm really not a crazy sports person, but I enjoy watching competition. That's fun.
Who's your team?
For what?
Tell people who you
if I was
for.
Just to pick one team.
Yeah.
Arizona State Sun Devils.
We're from Arizona, so it has to be Arizona, right?
I grew up going to their games all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, since I was 5 years old.
Yep.
I literally went to, for everybody that's into Arizona State football that's listening.
The couple people.
I don't even think there's one person. Maybe Scott. He likes Arizona State.
Hey, Scott.
I went the year that they went undefeated in 1975 and should have won the national championship. To everybody else that won the national championship in 1975, should have been the Arizona State Sun Devils. But back then it was voting on the national champion, and they were a little school in the West, and nobody wanted to vote for them. So anyway, I'm a little bitter about that. I've been holding on to that bitterness for
see that. But
50 years.
Every time we walk in the room now, football is playing. So it's a happy time for Chris. So hopefully you guys are enjoying football too. I'm going to throw another curveball at you.
Yes.
Because I have a shout out that we don't have planned.
You're doing this to me every week. We have.
I told him. I said we're just going to stick straight to our story, and we're not going to do anything else. And I've already thrown two things at him.
I put a lot of work into these overlays.
You sure did.
And I want them to match what we talk about. And I do. For the past month, you've been throwing me curveballs at the beginning.
For the past 25 years.
Let's just say this video.
You didn't get that.
Yes, I did. For this video, it's going to be about the Aurea package.
Yeah.
Or this podcast.
We've been wanting to do this for a while now. Yeah.
Just kind of what it entails on MSC and our thoughts.
Yeah.
Having experienced it and all that fun stuff. But before we get into that, I guess. Well, you got to recognize something or somebody.
Our last podcast, we talked about our reed diffuser, and I feel like it actually is part of this Aurea Experience podcast because this is what we. Wait a second.
Do you even get it anymore?
I don't know. Never mind. Just ignore what I just said. We got this at Yacht Club. But anyway, we had a problem with this. And I want to do a shout out to BTR2 Travel because you commented, and it was funny because your comment was, "Are you flipping your reeds?" And I didn't know what.
It just kind of popped up on our notifications.
Sometimes it doesn't tell us.
Are you flipping your reeds? What?
It didn't like.
How rude.
Yeah, we were like, sometimes it doesn't show.
What is their problem?
Exactly what.
You know what? My reeds, and whether they are flipped or not, are none of your business.
We both seriously.
That is between me and my doctor.
We both seriously were like, are they like mad at us? Like, they think we're crazy? And like sometimes people comment that like we are crazy, and we're like, whatever, we know.
Are they from Belarus? And that's like a saying there? Are you flipping your reeds?
And then I was like, it bothered me because I'm like, I don't understand. And like Chris was like, I don't understand either. And then I went back and looked, and you were talking about the diffuser, and I never realized that you were supposed to actually flip the reeds. So I did it, and sure enough, all the yucky, like fuzzy part of the reeds I stuck back down, and now it smells like really good, and they're nice and clean, and my fingers smell really good too. So anyway, thank you for letting me know. I Googled it, and apparently you are supposed to flip your wreath. You're supposed to do that. So we learned something new. Yay.
For the last, we won't say how old we are, even though everybody knows. For the last 50 years.
Never knew.
We've been unflipping our reeds.
We've had diffusers before, and literally I've never flipped them. I always used to get annoyed because they don't really last that long, and like now I know why.
Our reeds have just been sticking up, not flipped, all rotting and everything, just out there. And we're like, what is wrong with our reeds?
Now we know.
Flip them.
Flip them.
Everybody flip your reeds.
There we go. Okay, that was my thank you. But we really wanted to get in, and we wanted to do an entire podcast dedicated to Aurea, because I think that the different MSC experiences that you can have on one ship is something that's very confusing to people. They don't, because it's not.
Yes.
It's not really like that on other cruise lines.
Exactly. And
so I'm going to do like 30 seconds on the 4 different experiences you can have on any ship. Well, anyway, I'll get there, but that you can book different experiences all on the same ship.
Let me say, I'm still kind of confused about the experiences on MSC.
You are?
Yes,
well,
I
you
am.
don't book it, so you really have no idea. You just follow along and show up. So
exactly,
I get that.
So it's very baffling to me what is where and who gets to do what.
Right. Well, I guess this podcast is for you too.
I'm just happy to be here.
Okay, so we're going to jump right in, and so there's 4 different experiences you can get on most MSC cruises. And I say that because Yacht Club isn't necessarily available on every single ship. We're going to start with the lowest and the cheapest. Bella, which you can be my Italian translator because MSC is Italian. Bella means good.
No.
Okay.
It means belly.
Okay.
Like the lowest. Like when beasts are walking in the field.
Okay.
Their belly touches.
That's what it means.
The ground. So the MSC decided to call their lowest experience the belly.
Okay. I regret asking you for your Italian translation. Okay. Bella means good, and it's the basic way you can get. And there are a lot of people who want just to get on the cruise ship as cheap as possible, enjoy the pool, enjoy just the main dining room, the buffet. It's basically the least expensive way you can get on the ship. You can't choose your cabin, which I think, so again, some people don't care about. So it is no cabin assignments. If you end up booking and then you need to change, like something comes up in your life and you're like, I can't go this date, I need to change to another date, you have to pay a penalty to do that. And then you don't get to choose your time for dinner. They're going to assign you like a first seating, second seating, third seating kind of thing. So you don't get a lot of choice. Yes.
Sorry, you can pause when you're naturally pause. That's fine.
But it's undoubtedly the best way and the best value out there on any cruise line. It's cheap.
It's cheap
but
to get on board.
But it gets you on vacation. And sometimes that's just what you need. There's my pause. However,
if you've booked your cruise in 8 months, let's say, planning a little bit ahead, not much, but a little bit. And then you're like, you booked it for a certain week and you're like, wait a second, the Celtic Festival is happening that weekend. The Celtic
Is this what you had me pause for?
Bigfoot Festival is happening that weekend.
It would be important for the Bigfoot Festival. Sorry, I have
the
to take my
Celtic
shoes
Bigfoot
off.
Festival.
Uh-huh.
You can't? You're stuck?
Can't. Nope. Well, you have to
You're
pay.
going to have to choose one or the other.
You have to pay to change it.
Oh, okay.
And then you were going to go up to the next one, which is Fantastica, which in Italian is just fantastic. I'm gonna do that one for you.
Oh.
So it's really typically what most of us cruise on. It's the experience that's just like where the drink package and Wi-Fi are available. You get to pick your cabin. You get to request your dining time, be it first seating, second seating. You get free delivery for room service. The delivery part's free. Continental breakfast is free. There are some paid items that you would pay for, but the actual delivery is free. So that is the majority of what we've cruised on. If we haven't done Yacht Club, is just Fantastica. So that's typically what most people are going to do. So it is nice if you want to be able to pick your room, and it comes with some of those, the drink package and stuff. So that's like 90% of what people will cruise with.
Yeah, and it's probably like the level that most people are kind of used to in American cruising.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because before they had like guaranteed cabins, which, they started doing maybe 5-10 years ago. Before that, you just paid, you picked your cabin.
Yep.
And you went on board and you requested your time you wanted to eat, probably depending on the cruise line. Some have been doing open time like NCL for a while, but you requested your time. So it's kind of like that experience.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what you'd normally expect on other
probably
cruise
when
lines.
you guys, except for the new folks, when you started cruising, that's kind of the experience.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the Fantastica.
So that's, if you have cruised MSC before and you're like, I don't know what I had, you most likely had Fantastica, especially if you had their ever popular drink and Wi-Fi package. So, and like I said, we've done that quite often. The third one, we're going to jump over Aurea because the third one is going to be the Yacht Club. Now, we have so much information out there about the Yacht Club experience.
Yacht Club in English is Yacht Club.
Yacht Club. Thank you. It is MSC's ship within a ship concept, and it's something that you actually have to book into. So I was on a forum the other day and I was reading a comment. Hello, kitty. Yelling at us from the door. I was reading a comment that someone said, I have connecting rooms with my family, but I want to upgrade to the Yacht Club. Can I just keep my cabin? No, because Yacht Club actually is its own cabins and its own part of the ship. And if you want any information about Yacht Club, we have so many podcasts out there that really break down what Yacht Club is. It is the ultimate
videos. You can see what
we've been on a
Yacht
couple
Club
times.
is.
Yeah. So that's like the top. That's like the luxury. That's like the way we all wish we could cruise. Reality is we can't always cruise like that. So this is where I think Aurea might come in and fill some of those gaps. Aurea is actually the name of MSC's spa. So if you go into any of their spas, it's the Aurea Spa. So you can almost think of this experience in between Fantastica and Yacht Club. It's kind of an elevated experience with a little bit of special touches, but you're definitely not paying for something like Yacht Club.
Do you know what Aurea is in English?
I don't know that. It's the name of their spa, so.
Well, I just wondered if you.
Do you know?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Chris, translation time. What is it?
It's actually car oil.
Okay.
Aurea. In Italy, if you need your car oil changed,
You asked for Aurea?
you say, I need my Aurea changed. I don't know why they chose that.
Okay. So the rest of our podcast is going to be on this kind of middle experience in between Fantastica and Yacht Club. And the experience itself is called Aurea. So you can think of it like as a quote unquote spa experience, not car oil experience.
That's totally true.
Okay. I'm going to believe you.
Look it up.
So first we're going to go through and share kind of what the Aurea experience kind of includes. We're going to share a couple things, and then we're going to share our experience, because for the very first time, we sailed Aurea Experience on the World America back in April, and we're going to share kind of, did we get to experience all of it? Did we think it was worth it? Would we try it again? And so forth. So that's going to be kind of towards the end. So we're going to go down the list as like MSC lists it. So
Number one,
I have Aurea is a lovely little experience nestled between Fantastica and Yacht Club. That was my personal definition. There we go.
That's not number one.
No.
That's your preamble.
That's right. So with Aurea, you get discounted drink packages. So the Aurea packages don't always come. You do.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's not something, it's if you like to book your drink packages and everything after. And a lot of times we end up booking the Fantastica with the drink packages. But if you're in Aurea, you can book, they do give you some discounts on pre-booking some of those packages.
Huh.
Okay. You get My Time Dining, which
I got to start watching these podcasts.
You get My Time Dining, which means anytime that the dining room is open, you can go at any time you want. So typically, if you have assigned seating, it's first seating between like 5 and 5:30, second seating between like 7, 7:30. I don't know if my times are exactly right, but and on some ships, they actually have a third seating, which is between 9 and 9:30. We got put on that one time, and we actually didn't mind it, eating that late.
No.
We ate there a couple times, but
you know what it felt? Can I just say really quick?
Yeah. What
it felt like? Since this is such an information heavy podcast, I won't be talking a whole lot.
Okay. Go ahead.
It felt like an exclusive little club that we were part of. Like the freaks come out at night.
When we were at the 9:30?
Yeah. Like we always saw the same people.
We were the only English speaking people in that whole section of the dining room. Everyone else was some European.
And it felt like the staff was a little more loose. They were just like, this is our last service, so we're like a little having a little bit more fun. It just felt different doing the later dining. That late seating, anyway.
That late, I agree, it was kind of fun. So My Time Dining is anytime the dining room is open, you go in, you have a separate check-in line. You are assigned to a dining room. And then there is a sign right there that says My Time Dining. And then you just check in with the hostess. And one nice thing is if you like to sit just by yourself and you don't want to be assigned to like a table of like 10 people in what typically would be like first seating or second seating, the My Time Dining does give you the option to request the table size that you want, which we like just because we film and that's kind of our downtime. And so I don't really like to socialize during dinner too much. And so that part was great because you do get to say, hey, we want a table for two. So they have a lot more smaller tables and stuff like that in the My Time Dining. So, you also get pre-cruise specialty dining packages at a lower price. So if you know you're going to do like the 3 dining package, 4 dining package, you do get some discounts on that when you have booked Aurea. You get the welcome package, Prosecco and chocolates in your room, which we did get. So this is your chocolate. A little chocolate bar. Except
that one was the diamond chocolate bar.
Yeah, I know, but I already ate the other one, so that's the only one I had to show. So you do get a bottle of Prosecco and chocolate, which is nice. You have a 24-hour room service menu, free delivery. There are, again, still some things that you pay for, but you have that 24-hour if room service is your thing. One of the big things is you have a private space. So it's the top solarium. Depending on the ship, it depends on what it's called. So it could be, if it's on deck 19, it could be the top 19. What was it on World America? Was it top 20? I think it was top 20.
It was top 20
because it happened to be
America.
on the 20th deck. But there is going to be a bar there. There's going to be tables. There might be like a whirlpool jacuzzi. There will not be a pool in that area. It's not going to be like that like Yacht Club. I thought the World America one was very nice. It had a big bar and lots of tables in the shade. And if you know Chris and I, that's like a huge plus because we love to be able to sit in the shade. We play games a lot. That's kind of our like downtime. And I felt like the jacuzzi the jacuzzi spas were like busy a lot in there. But
it
was a nice space. It was nice to know that you could go out there and have that little area. So every ship is going to be different about what they have and if they have shaded area or when the bar might be open, all of that. So I would say the older ships, the space might be a little bit more limited because that would be something that they kind of added later. The newer ships will have a nicer space for you. In the rooms, bathrobes and slippers are available, and we did have that. I would say, like, if that's your thing, great. Neither of us are big, like, hang out in our bathrobes kind of people. So it's just not something that we use a lot. And the slippers are something you could wear if you go to the spa, but we typically hello kitty,
it's reaching into the door doing this.
If we go to the spa, like I will typically wear my swim shoes or something like that, so I always have my you
know what, one of these days I'm just gonna put on my robe,
your robe,
and just walk around the ship.
So just because you can.
Exactly. I mean, in my life, I've never worn a robe.
No.
I've owned robes, but then I don't exactly get the point of wearing a robe.
Well, it also doesn't help that they're like all just one size. So it's not comfortable for you to wear the robe.
No, I would need... It would come to like right here.
Right in the middle.
On me.
Yeah.
What is... That looks inappropriate.
Well, we also had the infinite ocean view, so we didn't like technically have like a balcony. So I don't know. We didn't like sit on our balcony in our robe. But if that's your thing,
sit on your balcony in your robe? Is that what you do in your robe?
Some people do.
You know what? I want to hear the suggestions of what you do
with a robe.
With a robe. Because I did really. Do you sit on the balcony with your robe?
I don't know, but I think
I don't know why. Why?
I don't know.
You're already wearing clothes unless you're nude and you're walking around your cabin nude and you're like, I'm going to go on the balcony and I don't want to be nude on the balcony. Please don't be nude on the balcony.
No. But it
Throw
feels
that
like
robe on, please.
That is like a luxury item.
Unless it fits you like this. And then don't put your robe on. Just don't even go on the balcony if you got to stay nude.
It seems like they feel like it's a luxury item. So maybe that's just not who we are. We're just not robe people. I don't know. Maybe you guys are.
All the billionaires are walking around in their robes.
Pillow menu. This is something that you get to choose if you like a feather pillow, if you like an extra hard pillow. We didn't really see that. But we'll tell you more about that later. On World America, we didn't get to choose our pillows.
You can, though.
You can, but you gotta like.
The only time I did was the very first time we were in Yacht Club.
Yeah.
And I asked for a little bit bigger pillows.
Yeah.
But
it's available.
It's available.
You could ask. You
may not see the menu.
Yeah.
Remember on Yacht Club, there was a menu.
The first time, but the second time,
there wasn't. And then Aurea, there wasn't. But know that you can.
Yeah, it's like this ethereal thing where there are different pillows out there.
In Yacht Club,
think about it.
There's
you can request it.
You know, I know this is not about Yacht Club, but I'm just going to put a little if you watch our Yacht Club videos.
Talk about Yacht Club.
I know, but I'm just going to say because you included it in this pillow menu thing. In Yacht Club, everything has a menu.
That's true.
If there's something you don't like and you would like something different and they're able to do that,
yeah,
they will.
Yeah.
So just know that as a little secret about Yacht Club.
Secret. This is a huge part because it's Aurea and the spa is called Aurea. You have access to the thermal suites on the ship. Now, every ship will be different, so you'll have to ask. But typically, you can access that thermal suites anytime on a port day. But if it is a sea day, you need to call ahead and make those reservations. So normally, like if you know that on a sea day, you want to spend some time in the thermal area that morning, when you board the ship, your little checklist, as soon as you get on the ship, go to the spa, make some reservations for sea day. That way, you can spend some time there. At port day, you can go anytime because most of the people are off the ship.
So I need to add a second box to my checklist for the cruise, is what you're saying.
You don't.
Because I only have one right now,
okay.
Which is show up.
Get up on the ship. Okay. That's all you need to do. Okay.
Which I check off. But evidently there's another one that I need to add. Oh,
that's
okay.
mine.
All right.
It's thing like making my
restaurant. I like to keep my checklist simple.
You just show up. That's all you need to do. For someone like me who makes all the plans, go to the spa and make your reservations for sea day. You also get 10% discount on any spa treatments. That's great. So if hey, you know what? I want to get a massage. I want to, get a pedicure, whatever. You do get discount on that. You also get priority boarding and luggage drop off, which is a very nice little perk, I think. So
that is one of the nicest things.
It has your own Aurea check-in at the port. So you don't have to stand in the big lines. Now, I think MSC overall is getting so much better with their crazy lines and, when they had a terminal in Miami that was before they had their nice one now, everything was kind of a mess. Over the years, they've improved so much. But just remember that Chris is showing a video now of the Miami terminal, and it clearly states the signs for the Aurea check-in. Just remember that every single ship and every single terminal you check in, your Aurea might look a little different. So everything was nice and clear, open space at the new Miami terminal. If you are cruising out of Brooklyn, that might look a little bit different to you, but they still should have signs clearly marking your Aurea check-in.
Ditto.
Agree. The next thing I want to talk about is there's a next level within Aurea. Now, typically Aurea only books balcony cabins and above. So you can't have an interior cabin Aurea experience. Unlike the Bella and Fantastica, you can book, any cabin that you want, but the Aurea starts at the balcony level up. And then you can get Aurea suites. So
I think this is where a lot of people start
losing
it's starting to they get
a
eyes
lot of
glazed
information
over and they're like, what?
Yeah.
Because it is kind of strange that you can book Fantastica anywhere.
You can book it inside, outside, balcony, and there are just some plain suites that you can get. Yeah.
Bella's
pretty much
kind of the same thing.
Just inside, outside, and balcony.
Right? Yeah. Kind of the same thing.
Kinda.
And then Aurea is kind of the same thing.
But Aurea's balcony and up.
So I literally think this is where they start losing people.
Yeah.
Is when you get to All right, you picked fantastic. All right, pick your room, and then you pick this room, and they're like, "I'm sorry, that's
right.
You can't have that room."
And I think that is, you're right. It's why understanding
why
all
can't
of
I have
this,
that room?
right? It can get a bit confusing. So you have balconies and up as Aurea, but if you are in an Aurea suite, so the suites are usually like in the very aft of the ship, which are the really nice ones that you can see the wake. They're usually center of the ship, and then there's some kind of forward of the ship. So they're in like good areas near elevators, and the suites have additional benefits. So the suites, if you're at a port with a tender, you get priority tender and priority disembarkation with that. You get an espresso machine inside your cabin, which in a suite might be nice because you might have enough room to enjoy it. We're thinking back to our espresso machine in our inside Yacht Club cabin, where we just like shoved it aside because we're like, we're not going to sit on our bed. We literally unplugged
it and moved the espresso.
We're not going to sit on our bed and drink our espresso. Like, anyway.
Well, you know what we could have done, and looking back, I don't know why we didn't, was just move the chair about 6 inches closer to the bathroom, and then one of us sit on the chair and one of us sit on the toilet.
That's true. We could have had coffee.
And we could have our coffee drinks then.
In the Aurea suites, there's going to be a lot more space. You have a little fridge if you want to have a little cream for your coffee. So in balcony. So you're going to probably enjoy that a little bit more in that space. So I agree with that one. You're going to be in. Oh, wow. I can't read my writing. I think it says premium relaxation products. So like you'll get some upgraded med spa. Med is their like lotion and soap. You get some kind of upgraded products in your room. I think this was funny. You get complimentary ironing, 2 items per suite. I'm like, that's very specific and not very much. Like, do you really honestly just get like, maybe it's for your formal night, your gala night, you can like get 1 dress and 1 suit ironed, and that's all you get.
Well, a suit is like.
That's true. That's more than 1 item.
It's more than 1 item. So
like only the shirt.
Right. You got to pick the one that like, that one just looks the worst.
Yeah. I think it's funny. You guys have to let me know if you've ever been in a suite and you've given them like 4 or 5 things and they've only comped 2 and charged you for the other. I think that's funny. And I like this though.
If you come across that and they're like, I'm sorry, sir, that's a 3-piece suit. You can only have 1 piece complimentary. Uh-huh. What you do is you take safety pins and safety pin your pants to your vest.
It's all one.
And then safety pin your vest to your jacket.
It's all 1 piece.
1 piece. It's like a big suit onesie.
That was funny. The other one that I really liked that I didn't know about was you get a premium minibar, and the first minibar item is free. That's kind of cool.
What? Say that one more time.
So
what?
like you get a premium minibar in your suite, and so like if you like go on binge and like drink everything in there, that's free. And then if they restock it and you drink more, then you got to pay for anything.
Oh, is that what you said? Because in my
the
bread,
first minibar items are free.
Items. I heard item.
Oh, you can choose one.
Choose one.
Don't choose the apple juice.
Oh man, I chose the apple juice.
I chose poorly. Is that from Indiana Jones?
You chose poorly.
Oh my god!
So I was like, what? You get 1 item? Oh my goodness.
We're going downhill quick here.
I chose the Uru. I didn't know.
God.
Your roommate walks in. Oh my goodness. They're like telling all their fellow room attendants they chose the Uru. And 1 item they chose the Uru.
Okay. We need to get back on track.
Break room is cracking up over your choice.
Oh my God. Okay. So that's what's listed as what's available. That's the Aurea Experience. Now I'm gonna go. We're going to talk a little bit about our experience, but again, just I had note that every Aurea is going to differ from ship to ship and from terminal to terminal. And I want to say thank you to Gretchen. Gretchen, look forward to meeting you next month.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that on our group cruise. It's like she shared a lot because they have done Aurea several times because it's a really nice kind of getaway where you're not paying, because most of us can't travel Yacht Club all the time. I mean, like, I'm so happy if you can. That's amazing. But the majority of us, like, that's just like a special time, right? So this Aurea kind of can fill in.
For most of us, we missed out on every single stock,
that's right,
crypto, every single one we missed out
all
on.
of them,
every single one. We couldn't hit one, so we can't travel on Yacht Club every single time.
Gretchen shared a lot, like, and I believe she was on one of the seaside class, but that Aurea had like a side entrance in the main dining room where you could kind of check in, and for your anytime dining, and there was like a little section right there, and there was someone there to help if you had any questions you could easily ask. So every ship, is going to be just a little different, so just be prepared for that. There's not like a one, like, I feel like Yacht Club is going to be very similar across all ships as far as like their services. Aurea might change a little bit.
I'm sure. I'm hearing stories from other people that travel Yacht Club. Mm-hmm. I think it varies wildly.
Oh, you think?
From ship to ship?
Well, I think like the services are pretty much the same.
Well, that's true.
The experiences might be different.
The experience. I should.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I should probably.
Okay, well, let me lump that in then.
Experiences.
That in Aurea and Yacht Club, the goal is to have the same experiences across the fleet, but it might change wildly.
Well, I definitely think Yacht Club, you're generally going to get the same experience and service. Little differences.
Yeah.
But not much.
Yeah.
In Yacht Club, I think it varies a lot. Just hearing stories and people telling us their experiences on Aurea, because our experience on Aurea was certainly not like some of the experiences I heard. So we, and an example of that is World America. So it's MSC's brand new ship. If you are Aurea like we were, and we're going to talk about a little bit about it, how's our time doing? About 38 minutes.
Okay,
so far.
We're going to talk a little about our experience. We had the My Time dining, and we were assigned to Bubbles Restaurant, which was just like the MDR. It was the big main dining room. And I think part of me was just a little bit disappointed because I was thinking that we might have like our own dining room, right?
Like on the seaside, right? Mm-hmm. Aurea gets their own dining room.
Yeah. They have a little small dining room off to the side that's theirs. And I was kind of looking forward to that because in a way that feels a little special, right? And so I was a little disappointed that we just were like in the main dining room, but you have like a section of the main dining room, Right. But if you
I was definitely disappointed.
Yeah.
Like when we're like,
I just had that expectation.
The regular dining room, which is, I mean, it was fine. It was a lovely dining room. We had a great waiter and great service.
Feel special.
But it didn't feel like we were, it didn't feel like a car oil experience.
Right.
An Aurea experience. It didn't feel different.
It didn't.
Except that, which is very nice, the separate little check-in.
But let me say something about that while we're talking about it. So I want to say overall that we had an okay experience with Aurea, but we definitely are going to do it again because there were a couple things that made our experience maybe not as good as it could have been. And that was number one, it was the inaugural. So that's always can be funny sometimes traveling. So they're still trying to get used to the crew and all that, still trying to get used to things.
If you, on inaugurals, they're always...
Don't expect, So maybe that wasn't the best time.
You're not going to get probably the normal experience of going on that ship if you go on the very first sailing.
Yeah. The second was...
probably the next
couple months.
16 sailings.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to get it. They're still working out a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
So,
and then the other, if you followed any of us, you know that Chris was in a scooter. So that drastically altered how we cruised. So, I would say that we didn't love our Aurea experience, but in no way would that be like, we would want to tell you guys, don't do it.
No, not at all.
Are going to do it again with our circumstances different. And I think that will drastically alter how we feel about Aurea.
Well, let's just say my experience on Aurea was on the inaugural. So I'm sure there's problems.
Yep.
I was in a scooter in tons of pain most of the time.
Yep.
That's a problem.
Yep.
We lost Stash while we were on the cruise.
Our dog.
Halfway through the cruise.
Yep.
So it just made the experience my least favorite cruise we've ever been.
Absolutely. And in no way was that at all MSC's fault or anybody's. It's just the way life happens sometimes. So, while we're talking about...
Can I just say real quick?
Yeah.
When we did the check-in... There was a separate check-in area, and
we're going to go through. I have a list of things.
Well, I just wanted to say, give an example of it. It was great. It was zoom right through. I looked over at the regular, and there was a little bit of a line. Not much. There was a little bit of a line. There's probably 10 people.
Yeah,
but they were going. It was taking a minute.
Yeah.
While they were standing there before they went through. Ours was just walk right up and through. But then I was kind of expecting that we would go right onto the ship. But
because with Aurea, you get priority embarkation.
Right.
Yeah.
But we just were put in this giant line. And I don't mind being in lines. I know that you're on a cruise, there's going to be lines.
Yeah.
There just is. But I thought that part of the Aurea experience was we were just going to, boom, we're getting on. And it wasn't that way. But I've heard now that was kind of an anomaly at that port, that's not exactly what happens most of the time, that you are right onto the ship.
So we heard that you had to be there early. You had to be there very early, and then it would have been Yacht Club get on first, and then any Aurea guests would have been invited to go on next, and then the general public. But our check-in time wasn't till 12:30.
So that doesn't make any sense.
Right. As Aurea, why would we have that late of check-in? We should have,
So I have to say that I think that was just because it was...
Could be,
a brand new terminal with a brand new ship.
Yep, absolutely.
Because I've heard, people have told us that since then it's different.
Yeah.
And like you said, if you're Yacht Club or Aurea, I guess...
Just get there early.
Don't pay attention to the check-in time.
Yeah, just get there early so you can...
I mean, most people don't anyway.
Right, yeah.
But if you're... Yacht Club or Aurea, just go ahead and get on the ship. As soon as that thing pulls in at 2 a.m. in the morning, get on. Throw a rope, throw a grappling hook over, and shimmy your way up the side of the ship.
And then you were in the wheelchair. So we don't truly know what that Aurea priority check-in looks like. I'm excited to...
We haven't experienced it.
Yeah, I want to do that.
That's for sure.
Let's talk about the thermal suite. We didn't use it. It would have been too hard for Chris to get in and out or enjoy it.
My scooter into the Thalassa Raptor pool,
Velociraptor pool.
The Masatsa pool.
Whatever it wants to be. It just wasn't going to happen.
It wasn't. No.
So,
and it didn't get traction in the ice room. They just sit there and
we didn't even go.
Spun.
We didn't even go.
No.
So I've heard that it's amazing, and we've done thermal suites before and we love it. So we didn't get a chance to experience that. We did get the Prosecco and chocolate. So it was funny because one day we got Prosecco and chocolate, and the next day I got another bottle of Prosecco and chocolate because Diamond.
You get it for Diamond?
Yeah.
You get it for
So
Aurea.
we've got plenty of that. I want to go back to the My Time Dining really quick, just because I have it next on my list. To me, I don't know that is a huge plus. Just because Chris and I are so used to cruising, and so many times we like to do dinner early because then we want to go to the show, so we found ourselves showing up at our Anytime Dining at like 5:30.
Like the moment it opened.
And it's just because that's just, I don't know if it's what we're used to, or just that's the way, because we kind of with filming and everything. So we found that we stood in line to wait while people who had their assigned tables were just like walking right in. You know what I mean? That happened several times. So, and because we were just in that main dining room, it wasn't really a plus for me in that particular situation.
I don't think it is a plus on World America.
Unless you're booked in a suite. Because if you have an Aurea suite... Oh, are you not ready to talk about that?
Well, talk about it in just a second. Okay. I'm going to say why I don't think it's very good on World America. Like you said, we waited in line while the other people were just going. They're just going into...
Because they already had their table assigned. And
so it kind of was like, wait a second, I'm supposed to have the experience where I don't wait in line. I'm having the experience that I wait in line. I paid more to wait in line.
Yeah. And the line was because she was checking people in, and, you know...
Right. They would escort you to your table.
And then if you went after, they only have a certain number of tables. So if you went at like 7:30, you were having to wait until that first round of people finished dining and tables opened. So that's why we were waiting sometimes.
But on others, I could see where it would be, because I don't know. Seaside, you have your own dining room.
You do.
If you remember Seaside, the Seascape class or Seaside class, if you showed up, if you wanted to get there when they first opened the doors to that seating that you were assigned to, it was in the MDR. It was a riot.
In the MDR, it was like...
It was total
chaos. It was.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
How...
Because lines converge, and you didn't let anyone, you didn't want anyone to just walk through because they were... Yeah, it was rough.
Was just a quarter of the ship was packed in front, and people were mad if people started moving up a little bit closer because they were there first, and people just...
There was no assigned line or anything. It was just everyone converged.
Yeah. Right. So on other ship classes, I think it might be a lot better than the experience on...
Yeah, because that other dining room was separate. I think it was even on a separate deck. So in the Seaside class, I agree.
Therefore, if you're in a suite, now you can...
So we saw this, it was the Ladunes restaurant, and it was beautiful. It was like on the second deck of over the world kind of promenade area, the open area, and it was beautiful and light and airy. And I actually went up and I'm like, can we dine at this restaurant instead of the main one? And they said that was for the Aurea suite only. So if you on any of the world class ships, if you're in an Aurea suite, you have a beautiful dining room all to yourself. It was always tables open. You could dine over the promenade. It was really nice.
I gotta say, when we first got on and we walked by that,
restaurant.
I'm like, what is that? And you're like, that's the Aurea.
I thought that was where
restaurant.
we got to sit.
And I'm like,
Whoa.
oh my gosh, I love this. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And then we like went to the Bubbles restaurant, which it was fine.
Yeah.
And
That was just my misunderstanding.
It's
Yeah.
fine. But I just thought we were going to get this separate thing sitting out in the promenade area. We get to
Oh my
people
God, that would've
watch.
been beautiful.
And, you know, there's live music sometimes. It was just going to be fun.
Yeah.
And nope, that's just for the suite. So I was a little disappointed.
I kind of set us up for failure because I thought that. I really enjoyed the top 20, which is your private solarium deck. You just can't go on sea day. That was the only thing that was really a bummer. Sea day, it was just from morning until night. It was packed and there was nowhere for us to sit or spend any time.
And I want to say, I think it was just because of the inaugural. I'm going to say what went wrong on that.
Yep.
One time out of the times that we went in there, they were checking as to whether people walking in were Aurea or not. The other times they didn't check
because
at all.
sometimes the doors was propped open.
Even if the door wasn't propped open, you could just walk in. You just could pull the door open. You didn't have to scan your card.
Yeah.
So they weren't checking that. So I was like, when I first walked up, the very first day that we went up there, and nobody checked. I just was like walking in and like, I'm like, how is this?
Yeah.
A perk of Aurea.
Hoping it's different now.
The entire ship can come in here if they want.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't busy. It wasn't that first day at all, but only because I think it was tucked back. You had to know where it was to get to it.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed where it was. The bar was great. We were there a couple times. We were there on port days. Sea days, we couldn't even get in. It was so packed. And it could be that there was some kind of issue with the card.
That's what I think it was. It was because it was an inaugural, and probably the card reader was supposed to be working and it wasn't, and they don't have the extra crew member or you know, as they're assigning stuff, they forget that, oh my goodness, that's right, the top 20 doors aren't working. We need to assign a crew member to check.
Or maybe check before you can order any drinks or something, you know, somehow. Maybe that's gotten better. You guys also let us know if you've done that.
I'm positive it has.
Yeah.
Because on other ships, you can't get in there.
Yeah.
You just can't do it.
Well, and it was also funny because they were the automated glass doors. So they would open and then it would literally take like a minute and a half for that door to close. So even if the scanners were working, you could
just walk up. I'm just on my phone.
And then just walk in.
Until somebody walks in.
Yeah. We already talked to bathrobes. They were okay. We didn't really actually see our room attendant very much. And again, I have zero complaints about that because it was inaugural. So if we wanted something, we certainly could have asked. As far I'm talking about like the pillow menu, we didn't see it, but we just never really saw him that much. But we get that.
He did introduce himself. I want to make that sure.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
we just didn't see him a whole lot.
Yeah, and then we didn't necessarily get any kind of priority luggage delivery. So, but again, that was just our experience. So overall, like we on our own part didn't use a lot of the perks. We were a little bit disappointed with the restaurant. We would have liked it to be a little bit different. But like I want to try Aurea again.
Absolutely.
You know, because I really think that we would use the spa more often. And that's really what it's meant for, because you have full access to that thermal suite. So it's meant for you to like really like chill and relax, go and eat when you want, spend as much time as you want in the spa. Like, you know, that's really like the ultimate goal of the Aurea experience.
Right. Right.
Anything else you want to say? Because I want to say one last thing. Anything else you want to say about Aurea?
I just want to say real quick, my overall experience, how it went.
Yeah.
When we got on and I experienced it, and as we were getting towards the end of the cruise, I'm thinking I would not book Aurea again, because it just wasn't like, I didn't feel anything special about Aurea. And then I kind of thought, oh, we're on the inaugural.
Yeah.
I'm having a terrible cruise.
Yeah. A little distance gave you some perspective.
Exactly. And I got back off and I'm like, you know what? There were very extenuating circumstances to this experience. And I am more than happy to try it on others, especially hearing other people's experience on World America and how it differed than ours. So, and also real quick, I was like, for a while, I was under the impression that our favorite room, that what do they call it? Infinite Ocean View. Mm-hmm. With the
sliding window.
The sliding window. Yeah. Instead of a balcony, you get extra room in the room. That has become our favorite room for sure. Mm-hmm. I was under the impression for a long time that is only available for Aurea. And I would immediately book Aurea just to get that room, because that room is so nice. But
to confuse everyone a little more,
it's not. It is available to Fantastica also.
Yeah. Well, so exactly. So when you're talking about Aurea in anything besides world-class ships, it is balcony and above. The world-class ships have included this cabin of the Infinite Ocean View. Are there some that are Aurea and some that are not? So yeah, it's get a little bit more confusing.
Exactly. This is where it's just
it can be a lot.
Just a black hole of information about rooms and experiences, and which rooms are tied to what experience. So but anyway, I just want to say that's where it became very confusing for me, because I was under the impression that was just for Aurea, but it's not. And I would, in a second, book Aurea to get that room, but I don't have to. So anyway.
The last thing I want to talk about, and this kind of refers to Aurea, but there's a loyalty level when you hit Diamond that you actually get some of the perks of Aurea. So if you're used to Aurea and you've cruised, with MSC for a while, and you've gotten your loyalty up and you're now Diamond, sometimes you don't technically need to book Aurea to still get some of those perks. That's what I just wanted to go over. So because we're Diamond now, so with Diamond, I'm going to kind of share some of the things that kind of match the Aurea. You definitely.
What am I?
You are. Gosh darn it. I always forget. That's why I can't be part of this club. Super Diamond Fun Time. Did I get close?
You got kind of close, but
I know. I'm so disappointed.
You have to score 100% on that question in order to be part of the Double Black Diamond Super Fun
Black Diamond Super Fun Time. So if you're a Diamond member, you get the priority check-in. So the same as the Aurea. So, which is great. You do with Diamond get a free specialty meal. So you get a meal at so you necessarily may not book a discounted specialty restaurant package like you can get with Aurea, because you're getting a free meal. So that might be enough. So just put that out there. With Diamond, you get a free hour at the thermal suite. So it's not like anytime you want if you have Aurea, but you still get that time. So if you're busy, you've got lots of things, you're going to do a lot of port, maybe just an hour there is all you need. So just put that out there. So you still get some thermal time.
I just want to say they are strict on that hour too. Like, they will come get you.
No, they won't. I've never seen that.
No, they won't. No. You could literally spend all day there.
Yeah.
It just means one day, basically. You can spend one day there.
You do still, as Diamond, get discounts on any spa services. So if you're planning on getting a massage or, manicure or anything, you still get that discount. As a Diamond member, you still get a bottle of Prosecco and chocolate in your cabin. There is, I don't know if I've seen this. It says it online. You guys have to let us know. But there is a priority line at the main dining room for Diamond. I don't know if I saw that.
There is?
I know. It said it, but I don't know that I've actually seen that. I don't know.
We're going to have to ask about that.
I know there's a priority line at guest services if you're Diamond, but I don't ever see it at MDRs. I don't know. And then, of course, as Diamond, you get a pillow selection. So it's not as much as if you got the Aurea Experience, but if you're looking at costs and you're trying to compare and you're wanting to go maybe on a little bit less expensive and you are Diamond, you still get a little taste of that Aurea experience and maybe you don't have to book the full Aurea experience. So just give you that kind of as an option if you're looking for cost saving. Because as you know, we're Diamond, we get to now look and say, do we really want to spend the extra $400 or $500 in Aurea? Do we need to? And then we can decide that. We're going to at least one more time so we can get the full experience and then decide if that's really what we like.
Yes.
Because we can't always do Yacht Club.
One of these days.
One of these days it'll be just Yacht Club. So that is the information we have on Aurea. We would love to hear your guys' experiences. We have such a great community of people that travel a lot on MSC, Yacht Club, Aurea, all of it. And so people actually really enjoy reading your guys' comments on your experience as well, because Chris, I don't have all of the answers, but you guys have a lot too.
You're supposed to pretend and say you do.
So comment and let us know. Have you done Aurea? What do you love about it? And we'd love to hear that.
Yes.
Anything
Let's wrap
else?
it up. We are long. This might be our longest
I'm
podcast,
so sorry. We always try to do it short and it never works. So.
No, we have one subject.
Okay.
Our longest one.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you.
We will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.